Good day, everyone. Today, we, the iStream Group, present to you our special assessment for credit equivalency for our subject software engineering for Access Computer and Technical Colleges.
Which is Netflix system for the data flow diagram. We are going to explain this level 0 and level 1 data flow diagram of Netflix that we need. Warren and Adrian will explain. First is data flow diagram level 0.
Introduction to DFD Level 0. So in this data flow diagram, Level 0 represents a high-level overview of the Netflix system. So this level shows the key entities that interact with the system and the main processes involved. So these entities include user or subscriber, content provider, payment gateway, and the accounting. So each of these components play a crucial role in the system's operations. So let's dive right into the interaction. So the first one is the entity for user or subscriber. So the role of this is the user or subscriber is the primary individual interacting with the Netflix platform. So they are responsible for initiating the key actions like registering and making payments. So there are two processes involved in this entity. The first one is the register and pay. So the user registers on the platform, typically by creating an account or paying for a subscription plan, either monthly or yearly. And the second process is to watch content. So after successfully registering and paying, the user can browse the available content and stream the selected movies, series, or other shows. So the second entity is the entity for content provider, like Marvel or Nickelodeon. So the role of this entity is that content providers are third-party entities or media companies that supplies movies, TV shows, and other types of entertainment content to the Netflix platform. So there are also two processes involved in this entity. The first one is the upload content. So content providers upload their media to the Netflix platform, making it available for streaming by subscribers. And the second process is received payment from accounting. So content providers receive payments for the licensing and distribution of their content through the Netflix platform. So this transaction is facilitated by the accounting department.
Then the next entity is payment gateway. So before we watch the movie in Netflix, we need to pay first. Example, GCash and PayMaya. So what is the role of the payment gateway? The payment gateway is responsible for handling financial transactions between the user and Netflix. It ensures that payments are securely processed. So, how it processes your payment in Netflix? Number 1 is receive payment from user. The payment gateway receives the subscription payment from the user or subscriber when they register or renew their account. The number 2 is confirm payment. Once the payment gateway receives the payment, it sends a confirmation back to the system, validating that the transaction was successful. Then the next entity is accounting. The accounting department manages all financial records for the Netflix platform. It tracks payments, manages subscriptions, and ensures that both the platforms and the content providers are paid appropriately. So how it processes? The number 1 process is save payment. After the payment gateway confirms the user's payment, the accounting systems logs and stores the payment details in the database for record keeping. Number 2 process is set due date for continuous usage. The accounting also determines the due date for the next payment, ensuring that the user's subscription will remain active without interruption. They handle billing cycles and payment reminders. This structure provides a simple yet comprehensive overview of how the key components in the Netflix system work together to deliver seamless streaming services to users. Now, Kat and Rachel will explain the data flow diagram level 1.
Hi everyone, this is the data flow diagram level 1. Expand upon the highest level overview from level 0. Here, we take a closer look at the details, processes, and how the difference entitled within Netflix system interact with each other. The user begins by registering on the platform. Once they register, they can browse through various genres, TV shows, and movies. After selecting content, the user can stream the media of their choice and need to pay subscription to watch content. Before they are access the content, the user must pay for the subscription. The system ensures that the content is only available to active paying subscribers. And number 2, entity content provider. The role of content provider supplying the media like movies, TV shows, etc. to the Netflix platform. They could be major studio or independent creators. Then the next one is processes. Upload the content to the system to be the same in content database. Then the next one is receiving revenue from accounting on their rate or view count.
Thank you, Kat. So let's move on to the third entity, which is the payment gateway. So the payment gateway is responsible for handling the financial transactions between the subscriber and the Netflix system. So here is the process. So first, they receive payment from the user. So the payment gateway collects the subscription payment from the user or subscriber through various online payment methods like GCash, PayMaya, or some online banking. And then they remit payment to accounting. After successfully receiving the payment from the user, the payment gateway transfers the payment details to accounting, confirming that the transaction has been completed. And then the last entity is accounting. So the accounting manages all financial activities of the platform, including payments to the content providers and tracking user payments. So here is the process. First, they give payment to content provider. So based on the revenue calculation or based on the views or a fixed rate, accounting issues the payments to the content providers. And then, they set due date for continuous usage. Accounting is also responsible for setting up due dates for the next payment cycle, ensuring that the user subscription is renewed without interruption. And lastly, they save payment to payment database. All payments made by the user are logged into a payment database for record keeping and reporting purposes. And that's how we conclude the Netflix system data flow